All right, want to give you an update to our Storm 5 alert. We continue to get some reports of damage across the area. Power outage is going to be a big risk as we go throughout the rest of the day. In fact, for today, the risk very high with wind gusts, again, more than 60 miles per hour, and those heavy batches of rain possible. I do want to mention out of Robertson County, we just got a brand new report from storm spotters that say there are trees down at Jones Chapel Road and Drake Road. Now, this has been the case really all across the area as that line has been moving in. We've had multiple reports of trees down, power outages in Stewart County, Christian County, and Carroll County. So this line is very potent and very strong. Want to give you the latest update looking at our Power of 5 radars. We still have several severe thunderstorm warnings that are ongoing right now. We have that yellow box that you see from the top of the Tennessee state line all the way down towards Wayne and Lawrence County. That is a severe thunderstorm warning ongoing with the leading edge of this that continues to move eastward at about 55 miles per hour. I want to zoom into the Nashville metro area because we are getting ready to see some very intense winds, some very heavy rainfall moving into Cheatham County and eventually into Davidson County within the next little bit. So we're going to zoom this in a little bit further for you and put a tracker on this. We are watching this very closely as it's getting ready to move into Ashland City. Looks to be there within the next 4 or 5 minutes. Right now we're looking at that line pushing into the Nashville area around 8:39. We could be seeing wind gusts here over 60 miles per hour that could, again, knock over some trees, cause some power outages as it moves through. The good news is that we don't have any active tornado warnings at this time. Leland Statham, of course, is here with me to help track these storms. We will have more on this system coming up in just a few minutes. Jennifer?
There were new developments in Iran late last night following the explosion of that passenger jet over the country earlier in the week. And U.S. officials confirmed the same day Iran's top general was killed in Iraq. A separate American airstrike failed to kill a high-ranking Iranian commander in Yemen. Skylar Henry has more from the White House.
Iranian state TV says Iran unintentionally shot down a Ukrainian jetliner on Wednesday, killing all 176 people on board. The report, citing a military statement, blames human error. The incident, which Iran had denied a role in, took place within hours of that country's retaliatory attack on U.S. forces after the death of its top general, Qasem Soleimani. On Friday, CBS News confirmed that the U.S. military also made an unsuccessful attempt to kill a second key figure of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard's Quds Force, its high-ranking commander in Yemen. President Trump discussed details about the threats he says prompted the strike against Soleimani.
We will tell you that probably it was going to be the embassy in Baghdad. I can reveal that I believe it would have been 4 embassies.
But just last night, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said the administration did not have precise information about the threat.
We don't know precisely when, and we don't know precisely where, but it was real.
You were mistaken when you said you didn't know precisely when and you didn't know precisely where.
Completely true. Those are completely consistent thoughts. I don't know exactly which minute. We don't know exactly which day it would have been executed, but it was very clear. Qasem Soleimani himself was plotting a broad, large-scale attack against American interests.
The Trump administration revealed details of additional sanctions against Iran that the president announced earlier this week. The sanctions come after Tehran launched more than a dozen ballistic missiles at 2 Iraqi bases housing American and coalition forces. No one was killed in that retaliation for Soleimani's death, and the U.S. did not strike back. But an Iranian commander vowed harsher revenge would come soon. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
We were just talking about how you've been tracking this all morning long, and now it's starting to move into the Davidson County area, and it's not losing any of its power.
I know, unfortunately, Jennifer, it continues to maintain its strength. There is that threat still to see some damaging straight line wind gusts with this, and oftentimes straight line winds are more concerning than even tornadoes because they can be more widespread and still cause a lot of damage as well. We have active severe thunderstorm warnings right now across the area. I want to send things over over to our senior meteorologist, Leland Statham, who's joining me this morning with what's going on right now and where that threat is.
Yeah, great job tracking everything this morning, Heather. Brand new report coming in, and Heather's going to go over some of the storm damage in a moment. But this just came in from Paducah, the high school in Hopkinsville, and I know there are two up there. This one is high school, Christian County. Rooftop reported damage at Hopkinsville High. So again, some roof damage reported to Hopkinsville High. That coming in just moments ago into the Weather Center. So let's show you what is happening right now. The headline: no tornado warnings, but do not let your guard down. Again, no tornado warnings, but do not let your guard down. We could easily see another quick tornado spin up on the leading edge of this line right now. And we're watching the line from Cheatham County, Dixon, Hickman, and Williamson counties. Davidson County, no warning just yet, but as this storm line continues to move east, it's going to be in Bellevue here within the next 10 minutes. There's some of the storm warnings now up around Springfield, back toward the Clarksville area. This storm warning right now is in effect through 8:30. So for right now, another 8 minutes left on this warning. There's the line right now from Kingston Springs to White Bluff back over toward the Burns area for us this morning. So we've got this region that we're keeping an eye on. As Heather pointed out, you've got the area just south of I-40 that shows the greatest risk of seeing some severe weather over our area for you today. I want to bring this in just a little bit more and talk storm track here. Let's put a storm track on the leading edge of this right now as it makes its way into the western part of Davidson County, back out toward the Fairview area. This is in the process now. These storms are racing at around 60 miles per hour. So those of you in Springfield, although you've got the early line of the rain moving in, the heaviest part of the storm your way in about 5 minutes. Goodlettsville at around 8:37. For downtown Nashville, that's where the dot's at. For downtown Nashville right now, we're thinking between 8:40 and 8:45. Brentwood proper around 8:50, and Laverne, Rutherford County, those areas there would be right after the 9 o'clock hour. And then we see Red Boiling Springs and Lafayette between 9 and 9:30. So this line is very strong, very intense. And even if you're not getting severe weather, be mindful of the fact that it is very windy out there. Wind advisory for our entire area today. Right now, wind gusts, not even in a thunderstorm, wind gusts in Nashville are at 40 to 50 miles per hour, and you see wind gusts around 50 miles per hour back up around Bowling Green, near 40 miles per hour from Crossville and Huntsville. Inside some of these strong storms, the winds may gust up to 70 miles per hour. Even if it's just a storm warning and not a tornado warning, those winds may gust 70 miles per hour, and that can do some damage, especially can uproot some small trees that Heather has talked about numerous times this morning. We do see the back edge of this. You can see where the winds are converging over in West Tennessee. That's the actual front right there. Look at the difference in temperatures. Nashville 72 degrees right now from a record high. The record for Nashville today is 72. On the other side of that system, though, in the 50s, from Murray, Dyersburg, Jackson, and then back over toward Paducah. So it's that difference in the warm and cold air. 70-degree weather in January can be nice, but we sometimes have to pay the price, and that's what's happening right now. And Heather, I mentioned the roof damage at Hopkinsville High. You've also got some other damage reports from around the area.
Yeah, and you know, you say 70 degrees in January, you know something is coming. You get spring-like temperatures, you get spring-like storm systems that, of course, can cause some damage. Leland had just mentioned the latest damage we have is out of Hopkinsville. There are reports that Hopkinsville High School has seen some roof damage. Even other parts of Christian County reporting trees that are down. In Trigg County, we have multiple reports of trees possibly down as well. So we're going to continue to watch out for this. Now, keep in mind, you don't see a lot of those damage reports in parts of Humphreys, Houston County, even down towards Perry and Wayne. That line is just now moving through, so it would not surprise me if we start to get more of those reports after that line comes in of those trees down, of more power outages. You'll notice this right here. This is in Robertson County, where we also have some reports of trees down over roadways. So this storm system is very strong. Now, our computer models have really struggled with the timing of this system. Right now, it is 8:30, and this looks like what our radar currently is situated on. But notice this computer model puts it here at noon, so it's running just a couple of hours behind this. So right now, we're getting ready to have that move across the I-70 I-65 corridor. At this point, we expect to see this moving into eastern portions of our viewing area around the 11 to 12 o'clock time frame. This is going to be moving still pretty quickly, eventually out of our area, I think by 2-3 o'clock, since this is off by a couple of hours. Now, Leland mentioned that exact cold front is still along the Mississippi River, so the physical cold front itself is going to be moving in later this evening. We may get another little line of light showers, but we are not concerned with any severe weather along that line. Once it's done, we are clear for the rest of the evening. I think it's important to note that once the leading edge of that system moves across your area, you are in the clear. We do still have a tornado watch that is out. This was extended to include many of our counties here in Middle Tennessee. At this point, the line is just to the west side of Nashville, so I am expecting them to potentially take some of these counties that you see, including Houston, Humphreys, Perry, Wayne County. They could be taken out of this tornado watch within the next little bit, and we may even see this tornado watch get extended further out across the plateau. But this just means conditions are favorable. We have the ingredients there. You saw Leland show that 70-degree temperature in Nashville. We have some instability. We definitely have that wind energy, and that's why we've increased our risk to potentially see a tornado up to that moderate level through the remainder of the afternoon, with winds, though, being our biggest concern as that line moves through. Let's talk about the rest of your weekend. It's not all bad, I promise. After today, we're looking at quieter conditions as we head into Sunday. Tomorrow it will be cooler, looking to wake up around 40, but tomorrow will be partly cloudy, not looking at storms around, temperatures back near 50 degrees. Of course, as this line moves through, Leland and I will be here through the remainder of the morning, keeping you updated.